Good morning, Shankhanath viewers. Today we meet to discuss a very unfortunate incident which happened yesterday, the helicopter crash at Kunur. Let me begin with we all joining in prayers for the departed soul, and we extend our condolences to the families of the people and the officers who were involved in the crash. Yesterday, after the incident, lot of activists, armchair experts, and many other social media platforms were speculating and commenting on this accident, and the main queries were why, how, and what. That is, everybody wanted to know how can this happen to a VIP? How old is the helicopter? Was it fit for VIPs? Were additional precautions taken, if any, to avoid such incident? What caused the accident? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, in aviation, speculating is one of the most harmful thing one can do, because it doesn't give the chance to the departed souls to put across their point of view, as they are not available, and it can be said to be an injustice for these people. Yes, the questions can be there which can be answered by the experts who are there, and I mean actual experts. Yesterday, immediately after the incident happened, on every channel, the first available expert was called, whether he was connected with aviation or not, and he was speculating on almost every aspect which I just mentioned. Definitely, it is a wrong thing to do, and every time a flying incident happens, I feel very sad about what is going on in our society. So the question will be, if you should not speculate or comment till the court of inquiry is done, then why I am speaking to you? Let me tell you, to bring down the speculations, calm down the nerves of the common man in the society, I am making an effort by using my knowledge in this field which I have gathered over the last 35 years, and tell you that why and how this could have happened. Now, why I am qualified to do so? First and foremost, I worked at Air Headquarters, and VIP and VVIP flights I was in charge of, and not only one tenure but 2 tenures. So I exactly know what all goes into planning a VVIP or VVIP flight, and what are the additional precautions which are taken. Number 2, I had been in a similar accident in a very different area, not connected with the present accident, let me tell you, because I am a transport pilot and my accident was for a fixed wing aircraft and under different circumstances. And the area was Kargil. However, the speculation at that time also could have bothered me, and they did, because this accident happened in 2002, immediately after the Kargil war. So there were a lot of comments, lot of speculation, lot of discussion on what and how this accident happened. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that whatever was spoken or talked about in newspapers, media, the accident of mine never happened because of those reasons, and the reasons were entirely different. That is why my heart is broken when people discuss such things in open forum without having any aviation knowledge. Sabotage, technical fault, pilot error, weather conditions, all these things can be, maybe, could be responsible for the accident. But let the organization, that is the Indian Air Force, take its own time for the court of inquiry, and the reasons will be out. Now, first and foremost, the point which I am going to cover is VIP flights and VVIP flights. First and foremost in that is aircraft oblique the helicopter which is used for VIPs. Let me tell you, these are specially selected aircraft depending on their performance over a long period of time. That means they are the best of the lot which is available with us. This helicopter Mi-17 V5 is the latest of the Mi series, that is Mi-8, Mi-17 and now Mi-17 V5, and its avionics as well as instrumentation is modern. Number two, the servicing of this aircraft is taken very, very seriously. Let me assure you that for all flights of transport and helicopters, the servicing schedule is very, very meticulously planned. All flights. But for VIP and VVIP flights, further there are additional checks which make sure that no mistake takes place and the helicopter is airworthy. So what are these additional checks? There are many. The airframe is checked, the engine is checked, the other avionics is checked, the aircraft's last 5 flights are considered whether it is okay aircraft to be given to VIP, and many such things. So be rest assured that this aircraft was capable of ferrying the VIPs and was fully serviceable. Number two, the pilot. How are these pilots selected for these flights? Once again, lot of thinking goes into this aspect. The best of the pilots available in that particular unit are selected, and in this case, it was a Master Green pilot. Master Green pilot is one who can fly in difficult weather, which is a weather which is not very good, and he is trained for that. And he was commanding officer of that unit. So mind you, the best crew were selected for this. And for always every VIP and VVIP flights, crew selection is also an important aspect which is considered, and then a decision is reached. Another aspect which has been discussed, that was the security of the aircraft fully thought of, and was the security provided? The answer is again yes. And let me tell you, this aircraft was helicopter has taken off from a Air Force base, that is Sulur. So all the security requirements were met. The special security requirement for VIP and VVIP aircraft also include cordoning of the aircraft 2 hours to 3 hours prior to the flight. Only the selected security cleared technicians work on this aircraft. The pilots are also security cleared. So this security angle we should not discuss too much. Anyway, things can go wrong, but the chances are very, very low, minimal. That is what I want to indicate in this. Last, but not the very least one, but an important one, is the weather. Now in some media it was said that there is no ATC available at the Wellington. So did the pilot get weather and all? Let me assure you and tell you that for VIP flights, special arrangements are made. ATC officer is positioned at the helipad. He gives the weather to the pilot when he is in contact with the destination aerodrome. In this case, there is no aerodrome, so it is a helipad. So weather forecast was known to the pilots. Then when he would have contacted, the weather actual would have known to him. So he was very, very clear that what are the weather conditions, and the speculations are wrong as far as I am concerned. Yes, weather may have created problem for the flight. That will come out in court of inquiry, and let's wait for that. So these are the few reasons which could create such an incident or an accident. So for VIP flights, what people are thinking that how it can happen to a VIP flight, I have hope clarified that additional precautions are taken, but finally helicopter is a mechanical machine, and in a machine like any car, scooter, any mechanical thing, things can go wrong. However, the pilots are well trained for handling such emergencies also, a point which I didn't mention when I discussed about pilots. So, this pilot definitely was good at handling emergencies also, but there are certain react emergencies in which one gets very less time to react to. Maybe it is one of this. So, after I have clarified that yes, all the requirements for VIP flights were met, now let us discuss then what could have gone wrong. You know, I am not speculating, I am analyzing. There is definite a difference between speculation and analysis. I am here sitting to analyze because I have a background of aviation. I as a pilot has operated for last 35 years, not as a helicopter pilot, but as a transport pilot, and weather and other conditions are similar to that. However, I was in charge for VIP and VVIP flights. So, we will analyze rather than speculate that what could have gone wrong. However, the actual thing will come out in court of inquiry, and let's wait for that, is my humble request to all who are listening to me. First and foremost, what would have gone wrong is weather. You know, let me tell you, Ooty is a hilly region. Hills are not very high, not like mountains in Himalayas. And this Mi-17 V5 does operate in Himalayas also, and it operates day-to-day basis. So, it is a worthy aircraft to fly in hills. Anyway, in hills I have to talk about weather. Weather changes in hills take place very fast. Because of the winter season, the visibility may be going down, the clouds may form very quickly, and there is a change in the weather pattern very quickly. However, as I said, the pilots definitely would have known the changes in the weather pattern also, and as you know from the reports which I have heard on TV and read in newspaper, he was almost descending to land. So, he was well aware of the weather around and he was descending. But yes, weather can be one of the causes for the accident. Number 2, technical fault. Always when an aircraft or a helicopter accident takes place, technical fault cannot be ruled out. All the precautions which I mentioned for VVIP flights or VIP flights already taken, still there is a chance of aircraft going unserviceable or a technical mechanical fault arising during the flight. However, as I said earlier also, pilots are trained to handle it, and this pilot was definitely trained to handle it. However, one has to consider in certain circumstances like engine failure, fire or breakdown of rotors in the helicopter or the tail boom, the time which is available to react and put down the aircraft wherever possible is very less. If there was a time, definitely this pilot would have looked for a place nearby and put the aircraft down. But mind you, he was flying in a forested area, and that's why he may not have found a appropriate place. So, in short, what I will like to tell my viewers is that all the queries which have been brought out after any accident or incident should be considered very well, rather than going on your not so good knowledge and commenting on it. Because the way yesterday the experts sprung up in every channel, I myself being a pilot or an aviator was surprised how these people not connected with aviation can speak about the accident so confidently. How have they prepared for it? So, let's end this episode of ours in which I have tried to explain that how seriously the matter of VVIP flight is taken by the Indian Air Force. And let me remind you once more that we are doing this task for last 70 years. In VVIP category, the Prime Minister, the President and the Vice President comes in the category 1, 2, 3. And VIPs, many ministers fly, many high-ranking defense officials fly. So we know the job well. However, accident is accident. You know, it has to happen, it will happen after all these precautions. Now small word about court of inquiry. You know, the very concept of court of inquiry in Indian Air Force is to find why a particular accident took place. You know why? It is because you have to, as an aviator, learn from an accident or incident and make sure that such mistakes or such circumstances do not arise thereafter and you can avoid accident. So, the very concept of court of inquiry for the defense forces is to find why a thing has gone wrong and not to blame a person. But as an armchair expert and activists and of course the media is trying to speculate on the blameworthiness, which is wrong. The very Air Force which deals with the accident investigation doesn't think of appropriating a blame blindly. The court of inquiry is done to learn lessons, and in this case it is more so applicable as the pilots have not survived. So let's give chance to them and let Indian Air Force court of inquiry, and now it is said that will be a trial service inquiry. If so, let's give them a chance to find out what has happened, and definitely we will learn from the lessons which have been brought out after the court of inquiry is completed. Hope I have clearly satisfied you with the queries which you had in mind, and the very purpose of this video is to do that. Let's not speculate. Let's analyze. Thank you and Jai Hind. If you have any further queries, you are free to ask me. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel Shankhanath. Please send your comments and queries if any. Jai Hind and thank you.